Nights of below freezing temperatures on the way. It's time to take measures to protect the plants around your house.
So what plants are more susceptible to the cold, and what measures can you take to protect your investment? Because some of those plants can be pricey. Fox News Baldwin County reporter Hal Sherrick stopped by a nursery in Baldwin County today to get the answers.
And he joins us now live from the Fairhope Pier where it was really cold. Hal, what were you able to find out?
Well, Bob and Elise, I was able to find out some interesting things, including some things I didn't know about. But before we get into that, let me show you what Jason's talking about with this wind. And I was guessing 20-mile-an-hour sustained at least, and I know we've been feeling some gusts over 30. This bay is churned up. Spray's been coming over the wall here. The flag is standing out straight here at Fairhope Pier. You can see that thing just blowing. So he may say it feels like 40, but I can tell you it feels a lot colder to me right now. But getting back to the plants, like as I mentioned, there were some things I did learn. Most important I found out, there are a lot of plants in our area that don't need a lot of help with this cold weather. A lot of plants can handle it just fine. There are some right and wrong ways, though, to protect the plants that do need protecting. And I found out that one of the most interesting things is some of them really need water. Magnolia Nursery in Summerdale has over 20 acres of plants. From palm trees to pansies, there's a lot to protect when the weather turns cold. Some of their more tender plants have already been covered, but there's still more to do. As you prepare your plants at home for the hard freeze ahead, there's no need to do more than is required. Leigh Brewer with Magnolia Nursery says there are lots of common plants that will take the cold just fine. Here are some examples.
Any of your cold hardy shrubs like Indian hawthorn, hollies, they'll all be okay tonight. Your pansies, kale, and cabbage, they're going to be fine. They love the cold weather.
Others, though, will need special attention.
Camellias, you might want to protect some of the blooms, covering them with a freeze cloth or a blanket or something like that will work good to keep the blooms from getting frozen. Citrus especially is going to need attention tonight.
Brewer recommends covering tender plants with a breathable cloth or blanket and staking it to keep the fabric from contacting too many of the leaves. Plastic can be used, but if you do, be sure to remove it before the sun comes up each morning or the plant can overheat. Adding fresh mulch holds the heat in the soil. Pine straw works well and is easy to come by.
Just basically keep it from, like, in the winter it just get cold, everything start dying out, but the pine straw keep it from just fading away.
Brewer says one of the most important things to remember is to water your plants well before you cover them. Plants tend to dehydrate quickly in the type of weather ahead.
There's a process called exomosis where the cold air pulls the water out of the plant and it damages the plant worse than if they were watered well.